Welcome to my page. Welcome to Lolo Apama's kitchen, cuisine, whichever one. So like I said, I'm going to be showing you how to make meat pie filling. We just finished making the dough, so here is to make the meat pie filling. And in making the meat pie fillings, these are all the ingredients you need. So we have our bell pepper, we have carrots, we have potato, Irish potato, this is fresh pepper, chopped onion, we have our minced meat, this is oil, groundnut oil, vegetable oil, and here we have our seasoning. In the seasoning we have paprika, we have curry, we have our maggi, we have thyme, salt, ginger, and garlic. So guys, let's go. So here we'll be adding our vegetable oil, just little. You allow this to heat. You see the quantity is not much, it's just little. You allow this to heat, to get hot. Then the next thing we are going to be doing, you need to know if this is hot or it's not yet hot. We'll have to wait. Okay, so we're going to take in our minced onion. So we're going to fry this until it is translucent. You should know once it's translucent now. Your onion is going to be single, it's going to be one. It's going to be separated from each other. That's when you know it's translucent. So the next thing we'll put in our minced meat. This is fresh minced meat. So we continue to stir this. You allow this to cook for like 30 minutes before you start adding in other things. Once it's halfway done or ready, you can start putting in other things. Okay, so the next thing I am going to be doing, I'll add everything here. My seasoning, I'm going to be adding everything. I'm going to be adding just little fresh pepper. You don't need it to be much. So you stir this until it is ready. Okay guys, so the next thing we are going to be doing now, you add water to this. If it's still hard, you add water so it can be able to cook and get soft. You know, this is a fresh meat, so you need to cook it to be soft. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to add my Irish potato. Stir this. taking your carrot, and lastly you add your bell pepper. You stir this. You're still going to be adding water. So the water you just added now is going to make your vegetables, what you just added now, to cook. And lest I forget, once this is almost ready, you're going to be thickening your corn starch, your corn flour, to make your sauce thicken, not too thick, but a little bit. You don't need to add much in it. It's not going to be too thick, it's not going to be too light, it's just going to be in between, so you can get exactly what you want. So we're going to let this cook. Then lastly, we're going to be adding our corn starch. Okay guys, so this is my corn starch. Just added little and little water. So I'm going to be taking it into here just to thicken it a bit. Okay guys, this is exactly how it's going to look like. It doesn't need to be too runny and it doesn't need to be thick. So this is the consistency you will be needing. So I'm going to take this off and allow it to cool first. So in making that, this is our flour, this is our margarine, this is corn flour, we have milk, we have vanilla, sorry, we have vinegar, we have egg, this is salt, and we have water. So the first thing I'm going to be doing now is to take in my cornstarch. I'm going to mix this together. I'll be using my hand. So after mixing this together, you add your salt. You mix this together, and then you add your butter. You're going to knead this very well until it comes together. Wow. So this is what I got. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to add my water bit by bit, until it gets to the texture you want. Don't also forget, you don't need so much. I'm going to take the water in. I have mixer, but I like doing this with my hands. You also learn how to do the alternative, should in case you don't have a mixer. So this is another option for you. even with the mixer, there's a point you get to. After mixing it, you still need to bring it down to do the same thing I'm doing. So for me, it's still hard, so I'm going to be adding more water. Okay, so this is what I got. This is how it's going to look. This is how the dough is supposed to be. It's not going to be too soft, it's not going to be hard, it's just going to be in between. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to wrap it with this. After wrapping it, you allow it to settle either in the fridge or your freezer, whichever one. So I'm going to be putting this inside the freezer to settle for 20 minutes. And the next thing we'll be doing now is to mix our filling, our meat pie filling. Join me. Okay guys, so I'm going to be cleaning here for us to make the meat pie dough. So here is our dough from the freezer. You can put it in the freezer, you can put it in the fridge. So I'm going to be unwrapping this now. Here. So I don't need to mix this much. This is your dough. This is how it is. It's firm. It's looking nice. So you don't need to knead this too much. I'm just going to go straight to it. Okay, here is my meat pie cutter. This is my scale. So what I'm going to be doing now is to measure the quantity. I'm going to share it this way and put it here. It's giving me 96, but I'm going to make it 100. Okay, this is 100. Okay, so this is the outcome of our meat pie. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now before we bake, I'm going to be using this egg yolk. So this is what I'm going to do with the egg yolk. After this, I'll apply it on the body of my meat pie so that when it's ready, it will give you that flaky beauty. We are done. So this is how it's going to be looking. I'm going to take this now straight to the oven. Make sure you don't put it on very high heat. It's going to be slow and steady so it doesn't burn. Okay guys, this is our meat pie. Wow, it's looking so nice, so nice and flaky. So as you can see, if you want to give it this look, you use your fork to give it this line inside it. And if you also want to leave it this way, feel free to do so. So guys, here is our meat pie.